who was hired 8 months ago today on March 18th. Castleton takes the tip.
Again, in that situation, you really want the ball to swing a little bit, see if you can get Florida spread out.
Lofton puts it up. Castleton finishes with the left hand. Nobody boxed him out, and an easy stick back.
Talked about it. That's a guy you got to put a body on. Double-double the last 2 games for Colin Castleton. That's a big-time rebound. Guys playing more than 30, 35 minutes. That's been a staple of his depth.
From the corner, second chance opportunity, it's Fletcher.
And when we spoke with Coach Golden today this afternoon at shoot-around, that was one of the things, understanding the scouting report. They cannot give up these straight line drives like they did there and wide open looks.
Here's Cleveland, just inside the arc. That's a long 2 for the sophomore, averaging 8 again.
Before shoot-around started, working on that jumper right there. Beautiful pull-up.
And Lofton gets a clear path to the lane. The grad transfer from St. Bonaventure. Mills goes right back at Lofton and has the response for FSU. Richard with the pass, and it's tipped up and in. Jason Jatobo, the 6'11 center. Fudge, the LSU transfer. Mills gets a hand on it, loose ball. Florida State with numbers. Mills steps through, leaves it short, and it's followed up by Fletcher on the run. House, the freshman in control, gives it up to Mills, the redshirt junior. Flop was called there. We're going to get a whistle here and a Class B technical foul. Cleveland shares, mismatch underneath. A turn and a finish for Corin, the freshman. 4 different players touched the ball on that possession, and McLeod erased it off the backboard. Noles, and it's right to the cup for Cleveland. And you're talking about a lot of hoops with his first year as a head coach at Oklahoma State, all the way back in 1986. 0 for their last 12. 1 make today for Castleton, who's bothered at every step he takes. And the 3 is good for Reeves, a much-needed bucket for Florida. Malcolm, it's been a good number of these Florida State possessions where they've come down the floor, pushed it into the paint, and then gotten it back outside. Caleb Mills, Castleton sagging off and makes him pay. Now Richard bullies his way to the basket.
Well, that's a good answer.
See that big brace on his right leg, a torn ACL in his high school career. He's cleared to play.
Right into his shot, no help from the big.
2 defenders on Jatobo, and an emphatic finish by Fudge right over the top, and a technical foul called at the conclusion of the play. 2.5 to play in the first half. The lead is 11, and now make it 14 on Darren Green's fading triple. Lofton with the speed advantage there against Corin, and finds Jatobo for the put-in. Cleveland stymied by Castleton. Green works his way to the edge, fades away, and hits nothing but net. That's a beautiful jumper.
And defender, that's in pretty good position.
That barely clipped the rim on the corner try from Reeves.
Caleb Mills, that is a beautiful transition offense.
That's another Gators turnover. There's 7 to the first half. Castleton secures it. Open look, Bonham hits it from 3. The lead 14 on the step back. Lofton, every part of the rim. A missed second try, but the 3rd opportunity drops for Felder. A shock to the system with the opening second half statement by the Gators. Mills with contact and a chance for 3. Lofton, the transfer from St. Bonaventure at the point. Lobs high for Castleton, who keeps it high and away from the defense.
That's a beautiful pass. End this game. Putbacks and the drives to the basket.
Gators still only shooting 32%. A chance to bolster that percentage as Castleton with contact the bucket and the foul. The most relatable thing about Colin Castleton is he said his average score in a round of golf is 100. And he scores on the putback from the left block. Bonham finds Richard, whose shot makes his way into an open look, knocks it down, 46-43. Castleton on the block. That's 2. 8 on the shot clock. Bonham sneaks down into the short corner and floats it home. And Florida has taken the lead, 47-46. Castleton. That was deflected. And that dunk ties the largest lead of the game for the Gators, led by as many as 19 in the first half. And a similar reciprocation at the other end as Corin dunks it.
But back to my earlier point, in the first half, all those 50-50 balls were going to Florida State. Not so.
That counts. It's a foul and a goaltend.
He's got some other pieces around him.
Jitobo with a rejection from behind. It's Richard running the floor, catches it in stride, and scores. It was all Florida State in the first half, and it's been all Florida here in the second. Oh! Just send it to Bristol right now. Alex Fudge with a hammer. Not in a moment, but let's look at this dunk again from Fudge. From outside the lane, over the 7-footer, Naheem McLeod.
Sports Center, top 10. It's not even close. Give that man the trophy.
He's not been out there much tonight, only 8 minutes. The 2 to shoot. Corner 3. Everything's coming up Gators.
In the second half, and the energy has shifted.
Mills puts it up and in. That ends a 10-0 run. House with a finger roll for the freshman out of Dayton, Ohio. And he's called for a technical foul. Fletcher doesn't want to go to work against Castleton. Baseline drive, and it's Cleveland for 2. Lofton trying to get everybody to clear out. As Castleton goes to work. 1-on-2. And scores through the double team. How about it?
3 guys on him, didn't make a difference. He was able to get to the bucket and score.
He has been amazing today. But Green hasn't scored in the second half. Now under 5 minutes to go. It's Mills on Castleton. Oh, that's a tough task.
That gives your guards the best ability to relieve pressure and then get to the basket.
Open lane, Lofton with the left hand on the right side. And Cleveland at the free throw line scores. That ends a 6-0 Florida run. Jalen Worley with the left hand. And a timeout taken by Florida State. They've made it a 7-point game. And T-shirts can certainly be a lot more in his rotation now, making the move from Olean, New York, down to Gainesville, Florida. I'm going to see the sun a lot more. The Gators are up to 3-1. Quite a way for Todd Golden to pick up his first road victory as the head coach of the Gators on enemy territory here in Tallahassee. 76-67 the final.